Blewett's going to go down the inside of Craig Coates as well, so he's picked up a couple of positions on this lap. And he'll slot in behind the 20 of Steve Neuer. And Neuer having a battle there with the 536 of Oliver McDermott. Might have been a little bit of contact just heading towards the infield there. Coates just ahead of them. I think our race leader at the moment is Daniel Slater. Paul Clark's not too far away. And Graham Ball starting to work his way towards the front in the number 707. So Oliver McDermott and the bimmersport.co.nz number 536 battling there with Neuer. That's just inside the top 10. And there is the battle for the race lead. It is Daniel Slater from Paul Clark. Look for the blue of Graham Ball in the third position. There he is there, battling with Richard Batchelor. Ball to the right in the blue 707. Batchelor's had an eventful weekend carrying an onboard, and he is in the fourth position. Slater leading from Paul Clark though, and Batchelor battling with the 47 of Philip Smurthwaite. He gets the run down the inside and into the fourth position, so Batchelor gets slotted back to fifth. That's Graham Ball just ahead of them up on track. So some good close racing here in the Group 1 finale. Bit of understeer there for the 47. You've got to get the flow of corners right through the infield here towards turn number 7. Carry the momentum. Especially with these similar cars. Almost a little bit like kart sport. You can't afford to stop them mid-corner. They just don't have the horsepower to get out. Because these cars are so similarly horsepowered, even between the 4s and the 6 cylinders. So Daniel Slater up the top end of the circuit. He's gotten away now from Paul Clark, just controlling things out in front. He was a race winner last season in the E30 Championship. He has set the fastest lap of the race at a 1:56.1. The only other driver in the 56s is Graham Ball in the third position, who's just done a 1:56.7. So Daniel Slater looking for the victory. The Slater fabrication, number 16, BMW 318 4-cylinder. Go back to Richard Batchelor. He's still in that fifth position. Cloud of dust just up ahead. I think that was the 47 of Smurthwaite that just dropped the wheel off down through the carousel. This is the last lap run. The checkered flag is out. Daniel Slater's already taken the victory from Paul Clark. Graham Ball will be third just alongside Philip Smurthwaite, and Richard Batchelor crossing the line in the fifth position. So Daniel Slater taking out the final race win of the weekend for Group 1 ahead of Paul Clark, Graham Ball, Philip Smurthwaite, Richard Batchelor, Craig Coates, Johnny Blewett and Oliver McDermott.
Paul, you had to work for that one.
I definitely did, yes. Hoping to get a good start, which I did, and got away and worked away at it all the way around. Tried not to look behind me too much. And then eventually when I looked behind me, I had Dan right behind me. Couldn't really keep him out, so he got away from me a bit, but then I just tried to concentrate and keep my head down and get to the finish line.
You'd have to be pretty happy with that, third in that last one?
Yeah, it was good. Just great to be out there, and thanks to Dad for building me the car and making it go good, and just, yeah, everything's going well, so hopefully next time we can get in the top group and do well in that.
So it is the final race from Taupo for Group 2, the top 25 in the points from the weekend. On board again with Michael Clark, who's got a pretty handy grid start. Fastest to the front on points from the weekend with Brent Allen starting off the pole with 2 race wins, second in the championship last season. Richard Oxton just ahead of Clark as they're 3 wide through turn number 1. There's Craig Schuster going through in the 50. 75 is David Farmer, 12 Tony Velder. 93, Steve Kahn in that group of cars as well, and again, David Farmer carrying an onboard in this one. So Brent Allen certainly in contention for the round win with 2 race victories so far this weekend, and it's the same with Matt Griffin and the 999 Auckland Hydraulic Supplies BMW. Marty Irvine had to come back after that spin in race number 2 of the weekend. We salvaged a 7th place finish out of that. 35, Tony Easton going through. There's the 42 of Daniel Rollison. 18 is Richard Oxton. So he's in a big battle with Kane Barry for the top rookie honours. And Oxton doing a very good job over the 4 rounds of the championship, up inside the top 10 in points, as is Kane Barry. So Brent Allen looking for the clean sweep for the weekend, so's Matt Griffin. So it's Brent Allen with the race lead, chased by Griffin. Brent Allen in the 4-cylinder 318, Matt Griffin in the 6-cylinder 320. There's Marty Irvine. Battling there with Daniel Rollison. Tony Easton. And I think the 5 of Mike Ashton was at the head of this group. So Marty Irvine trying to minimise that points loss between himself and Brent Allen for the weekend. So we're back on board with Farmer battling there with the 10 of Harvey Gray. So some fantastic close racing right throughout this weekend, as we see every weekend with the E30s. It's just so competitive. There's the 68 of Ian Brown. Also does a lot of muscle car racing with a fabulous 70s Camaro, big block Camaro. Slight horsepower difference between that and this car. As he gets together with Khan, just a little bit of a rub on the back bumper. 67 Mark Crompton in that group as Matt Griffin looks to the inside of Brent Allen for the race lead on the back straights. Allen on the outside, Griffin to the inside. A little bit of damage to the right front splitter on the front of the Auckland Hydraulic Supplies 999 of Matt Griffin, but he's through to the lead and he's looking for the clean sweep for the weekend. Furious battles further back. 287 Michael Clark, 100 Kane Barry, and the 50 of Craig Schuster. So that'll be for 8th, 9th and 10th as Schuster crosses over on Barry. Back on board with Michael Clark. He's been a busy boy this weekend, running both in the Open and E30 categories in 2 different race cars. Turn number 9, one of the fastest corners in New Zealand motorsport. It's a sensational corner as Allen goes to the inside at the top part of the race circuit. Good close racing. Allen's got the inside run. Marty Irvine chasing down Tony Easton for the 3rd position. Daniel Rollison, Mike Ashton next in the queue. But Griffin holds on to the position. Wider line down into the carousel. Allen can't quite get in there. Trying to keep the RPM up on the 4-cylinder 318. Up against the 6-cylinder BMW 320 of Matt Griffin. David Farmer battling back there with Gerald Farver. This is just outside the top 12. Gerald Farver's had a relatively quiet weekend by his own high standards. He's had an 8th and an 18th place finish so far today. I'm used to seeing Gerald running a little bit higher up As Brett Allen through the infield, working over Matt Griffin. This is definitely not over. Both of these drivers looking for the clean sweep for the weekend with 3 wins out of 3 race starts. Big lock up there, and it's game over for Brett Allen. He's probably conceded 6, 8 plus car lengths with that brake lock up at turn number 7. It's headlights on for Matt Griffin. He will score the clean sweep here at Taupo for the BMW E30 class. And this tightens up the championship. Heading to round number 5. Griffin with the victory from Brett Allen. Marty Irvine getting around Tony Easton on the last lap for 3rd. Griffin, Allen and Irvine, the 3 championship contenders. From Tony Easton, Daniel Rollison with Mike Ashton completing the top 6.
It was always shaping up to be an epic battle, and that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, it was. It was such a good battle. He was right on my tail the whole way, and I didn't know if I was going to hold him out or if he was going to pass me or not, but I managed to stay in front and win the race. It was good.
Tell us about the pass coming into the chase.
Yeah, well, it was, I don't know if I was going to hold it off or not, but I just stuck my head in there and the car was handling perfect, so yeah, it was good.
Everyone we talked to said that last one would be epic, and it was. How was it from your perspective?
Yeah, it was exactly that. Expected nothing less from Matt. He's been going on a good weekend, so yeah, unfortunately finished 2nd, but that's still a good result for the weekend.
But what it's done for you is it's sort of given you a whole hatful of points.
Yeah.
Marty slipped back a little bit there because he was in that 2nd group.
Yeah, he has done. Marty put on a good race in that last one, picked up to 3rd place, I think, so he's still got good points this weekend. We're still leading the championship, so hey, we're after podiums, and that's what we got this weekend, so still happy.
You sort of called it when we talked to you before. You said, were you starting in the 2nd group, it meant that Matt and Brett would get away, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, it did. And Tony Easton and I had a really, really good battle, and I just couldn't get past him, and I just wanted to do it nice and cleanly, so I just sort of hung in there and been up the inside of him a few times where I got him, so he was braking for the sweeper and I wasn't, so but I went through there a little bit quick, as you probably saw, and got a couple of wheels on the grass, but it's come off in the end.
So just 200 points cover the top 3 in the championship after round number 4 of the E30 championship. Brent Allen leads from Marty Irvine with Matt Griffin in 3rd.